What's going on, guys, and welcome back to Daddles with Outdoor and Adventures. Now in today's video, not only are we keeping well hydrated, but we are going to be doing a little bit of rock crushing. So you might be thinking, what are we going to be using? So we've got a classic little kitchen strainer, really fine mesh. We have got the old homemade dolly pot, which is made out of a Hilux rear axle. And then we've just shaped the CB down and welded it all up. And that's our homemade dolly pop. We've got 3 pans on the floor just here. So we've got the standard Mine Lab, I think that's an 18-inch pan. We got a smaller, I think that's about a 10-inch pan, I think, from memory. No, sorry, that's a 14-inch pan. The Mine Lab one is a 15-inch, sorry. So Mine Lab is 15-inch. This one here is a 14-inch from Ballarat, Gold Ballarat, Victoria. And obviously we've got the little cleanup Mine Lab 10-inch pan. So we've got 3 pans. You might be asking, what are we going to be using those 3 pans for? And as we speak, we're actually filling up a bucket full of water so we can actually, once we smash all these rocks up, we can actually get to the aspect of actually being able to clean it up. So what we're smashing up is this real ironstony. I didn't give off a signal on the detector at all, but you know, as you can see, there's a big quartz vein going through the middle there. Not so much on the other side, but that one's going to be very interesting. A whole heap of juicy looking rocks that the missus picked up when we went for our trip to Ballarat and that. So we've got plenty of nice chunky, look how juicy this material looks. But yeah, so we're going to actually do it in 2 lots. So I've got my partner stuff just here on the little table. Sorry, I'm just about to sit down. Might get the groin view, we don't want that. But yeah, so the stuff that I was just showing you, well, some of it anyway, that's what we will be crushing. That's the partner's rocks that she found. And then over here in the bucket next to me, as you guys hopefully going to see just there, that's a heap of conglomerate that I actually got out of the edge of an adit up in Gippsland. So we're going to crush all that up. Where the adit was a very rich area. So took this out from around it and up over the top of the adit. So we never actually went inside the adit, but yeah, so we didn't go inside it, but we went around the outside and around the edges of it and picked up some of this juicy material that you can see there. Also, I did a trip not too long ago to Rushworth in Victoria, which is up where my family lives. If you guys just bear with me, I'll show you. I ripped this one, it's broken into 3, but it's kind of like a sandstony, ironstony kind of stuff, but it looks like it's got a bit of vein there to me, but I'm not too sure. But got all this sort of stuff just here, and that was all from Rushworth. So I'd be interested to see if this has got any gold in it. Can't visually see anything just there, but it does look like good material. It's out of the roof of an open mine. I just leaned in and plucked this bit, which broke into 4 bits on the drive home. But yeah, guys, so come along and we will smash up some of these quartz rocks and all that kind of stuff, and we'll see what we get out of it. Alrighty, guys, so what we're going to do is we're going to start off with the small little 10-inch Mine Lab pan, just purely because, as you guys won't be able to see until we aim the camera down for the angle. But as you guys will see shortly, we're going to use a small little Mine Lab pan, just purely because it's going to get into the bucket. I don't have a wheelbarrow with me. Well, I do, but it's full of firewood currently to keep the house warm. But like I said, I will state this as well. Anyone that is watching this video with headphones or, you know, earmuff headphones or whatever, just a viewer warning that there's going to be some loud banging, just to let you guys know. But like I said, without further ado, let's set up the camera, get you guys down to where the dolly pot will be in between my legs here. And like I said, we'll get stuck into doing some rock crushing and see if we can't get any gold out of it. I know for a fact, I'm pretty certain, I did say a little bit of juicy rock and stuff that looked like there was at least 1 or 2 little bits of gold in some of this stuff that my partner picked up. So who knows? She might get a bigger tally than what I will. Who knows? But we've got 2 lots of different conglomerate and all that kind of good jazz from 2 totally different areas. So let's just see what we can yield. See if we can yield any gold or if we yield nothing. But that's all part of the parcel, and that's what the gold game's all about, is getting out there, having some fun, and see if you can't find some gold in any way, shape or form. Alright guys, I'll see the good old dolly pot just there in between our legs there. I'm going to drop a couple of little bits of conglomerate rock in there. Chuck a couple in there. And we'll just see what we can hopefully yield. So, just like I said, I do apologise for anyone listening with headphones. So, as we crush it, guys, we're just going to put, so this is my partner's pan just there, so we're just going to basically put the kitchen strainer in it. So it's going to get this kitchen strainer out. Take that stupid tag off it. Now sit that in the base there. Then we're just going to literally tip that up like that. Give it a bit of a tap, like so. As you guys will be able to tell, we'll be able to sift all that around and get all that powder out. And then what I'm going to do is tip that as graciously as I can back into the dolly pot, and then we will just chuck a couple extra bits in. Yeah, like I said, just looking at some of this stuff, it looks good, but like I said, I don't exactly know if it's got any gold in it, but like I said, we are going to find out. I don't see why it wouldn't. Use the opposite end. Chuck one more in there. Go to the big side because it is a bit more of a bigger rock. Pull that out. Same deal, guys. Just going to tip that upside down like that. Give it a good old taparoo, like as old Happy Gilmore always says. You just go tap it in, just tap it in, just give it a little taparoo. And as you guys will be able to see, there's still plenty of rock there. Let's go look at a couple bits. A lot of it is already smashed up, but a lot of it is also very fine quartz. There's nothing screaming out at me at the moment. Chuck those couple bits in. You know what we're going to do, guys. We're going to tip it all back in there. I'm just going to give it one more big smack and just see if we can't get as much of the dust out that we can. Try and get it in as graciously as possible. Whoop, missed. But just to show you guys what we're trying to go for, that's what we're trying to go for. Nice fine dust. It's just going to be super easy to pan off, and obviously easy to see any of the gold that will be there. So give us another couple whacks. And just as a word of warning too, guys, like I said, my partner's not like fully into the prospecting game. She's just getting out there when she comes out with me and just having a bit of fun. So literally these rocks she picked up, she's like, oh, these look like they might have gold in them. And I was like, well, so you never know. That's what I said to her. I said, you never know. I said, we're in a gold rich area. You never know where the gold has shedded. So the best thing we can do is, like I said, we'll smash all these rocks up. She might be on, you know, a gram of gold. She might be on to nothing. You don't know. Like, that's literally all part and a parcel. Just looking at all that sort of stuff just there. Don't think we're going to get that down anymore. So that's already gone through at least 2 or 3 crushes with the good old homemade dolly pot. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go get another pan. So pardon me for a moment. I'm going to go get another pan or another container just so I can tip some of this excess quartz and crap into it. So I can discard all this. And then we'll get to crushing some more of this lovely talcum powder. So, alrighty guys, so we're back. So we've got a nice spare white bucket ready to use to put all of our useless crushed up stuff into that we can't get any more out of. So, chuck a couple in there. Probably should only do like 1 or maybe 2 bits at a time, but you know, you're getting patient every now and again. Get in there with the axle part. Just make sure there's absolutely as much as the stuff is. Alright. Make sure she's really pounded up. Get our mighty kitchen strainer, pop that in the pan. So let me know, guys, what you think of something a little bit different. You know, obviously the channel is going to be mostly about detecting, but I thought, you know, I'd just include a bit of rock crushing involved in it as well, because, you know, it is part of prospecting as well. So, yeah. But we'll chuck all that back in for 1 more crush. I reckon we'll get most of it, because it is, well, to me it looks like very sandstony. And I mean, like I said, it could have gold in it, it might not. Like I said, my partner, she picked up all this sort of stuff off the ground when we were up at Ballarat for a weekend trip away up near the goldfields. So I thought, well, I haven't detected near Ballarat before. So when she came out with me, she picked up these rocks and she's like, oh, these might have gold in them, do you think? I said, I don't know, we'll take them home, we'll crush them and make a video out of them and see if you are up the gold or I'm better off with looking for gold. So, but yeah, we'll work it out, guys, and see what happens. I reckon that'll do. Give her a good wacko. Yeah, we unleashed a little bit more dirt in there, which is good. And as you guys can see, like, that's all the leftover. You guys will be able to see that. That goes into the crappy old shit. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to transfer most of this dirt over into alright. Alright. So like this is what we're looking for, guys. See that? Just beautiful, just absolutely talcum powder. And to be quite honest, we could actually pan that bit off and see if there's anything in there, and then we can just add to it. But you know what we're going to do is we're going to get all the rest of the larger size rocks done, get them into this little pan just here, get these last couple of rocks done, get them into the pan, and then we'll pan it all off and see what my partner got without doing a really big quartzy reefy bit or ironstony reefy bit. So if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, this is what I'm talking about. So we're leaving this big boy until last. like I said, there could be gold in it. There might be absolutely nothing. But like I said, you won't know until we smash it up. But, you know, like I said, if you look at the way the quartz is growing inside that ironstone, it's like made kind of like a vein of quartz. So, you know, if there's a vein of quartz, sometimes there could be gold trapped inside this ironstone. But like I said, we won't know until we smash her up. So we're going to smash up these last couple bits. So just give you guys a look. So we've got these last couple bits just here. I'm pretty sure it's this bit here. I've seen a tiny little bit of, like a little fleck of gold in it. So this one might have a bit of gold in it, so I don't know. But all the other ones don't visually show any looking of gold. Like, it looks like nice stuff. Rem's come in to say hello and have a look at rocks. So, yeah, so we've got those two just there. Pop those two in there. And then we got the really big one. This one I'm looking forward to. I reckon this one will hold a bit of gold. That one I don't think is going to hold a great deal, to be quite honest. You know what? No. I won't tell the wifey about that one, but these two, yes, definitely. I think it was this bit just here that might have showed a little fleck of gold that I seen last night when I was using the head torch. Or it could have been this one, I'm not too sure. Hopefully you guys will be able to see that. To show you a bit of the rock, like what we're crushing. This one here is very similar to what I'll be crushing for all the conglomerate that I've got. But like I said, depending on how long this video goes, it might have to be a part 1 and a part 2. So might be part 1 what the missus got, and then part 2 what I got. But we'll see how we go. But we need to get a video out for you guys. Thought I'd change it up instead of metal detecting, which I do have a metal detecting video coming out soon, within the next week. So in the next week we'll have a detecting video, but I thought I'd just chuck in a bit of rock crushing, just for something a little bit different, because like I said, it is prospecting. So alright, so we've got these two bigger bits to go after we smash the two that we just chucked in there, and we'll see how we go. See how we go for the stuff that my partner found, see if he found any gold. Alrighty. That stuff's actually smashed up quite nicely. And as you guys can see, that's a leftover. Every now and again doesn't hurt, you know, because obviously if it's a rich area, just go through the leftover and just see if you can't see any nuggets that are just sitting there, or well, not nuggets per se, but little pickers. But I can't see anything out of that. So, all right. So we have got 2 more rocks to do, guys. So we got the big boy. So we'll leave the big boy until last. We'll get this one smashed up and see how much we can get that down. This bit here, just here. Like that. And we'll leave the big donker until last, because that's going to have to get really smashed up, because I don't know about you guys, but I think it's only going to just fit in the dolly part. So, alright, second last bit for my partner's stuff, and then we'll pan her off. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think that one's going to have much in it. Yeah, that to me just looks like it's, I think that's just a bit of ironstone, but we'll give it a go anyway. Alright guys, the last and final bit for my partner, and then we can pan off and see what she found off the ground, and by just walk around picking up rocks and see if, you know, she yielded any gold. So let's see how we go. Alright, last one, the big piece, which I reckon this one's gonna have the good stuff in it. Alright, see what we can get out of this now. Yeah, it definitely doesn't want to break up, but you know, we'll give it another bash. Can't see anything in that. So don't want the partner to win by just finding a couple more rocks, eh guys? But you know what? Beats anyone being out in the bush than sitting at home doing absolutely nothing. You know, if I wasn't out doing this, guys, I'd be sitting at home doing nothing, anything. You know, well, I'm basically doing that now, but you know, see what we can find, guys. Alright, couple more slams. Alright, let's see what we can get out of this. Oh, almost forgot the sieve. We want the powder, not all the chunky stuff. Alright. Just show you guys, that's what the sort of material looks like. Some of these bigger bits I might actually put back in. Just see if we can get a little bit more out of it. Yeah. And see how we go. Alright, and then that's the aftermath of like what's left over. Get a sift, dump the rest. Actually, we'll pop that back over there because we'll just quickly give this a bit of slam. See if we can't get these bits down a little bit more. Alright. Alrighty guys, and also before we do start panning all this material off, leave your thoughts in the comments. Who do you think's gonna get the most gold, if any or if none? Like I said, if you guys think my partner's gonna get more gold than me just from being a novice and not knowing nothing about prospecting and just picking up big chunky rocks and go, this might have gold in it, let's have a look and get home and crush it. So like I said, leave your thoughts in the comments. Like I said, what we'll do is we'll leave a like. So leave a like on this video that you guys are about to be watching about all this panning. So leave a like if you think my partner's gonna find the gold, just being a novice, or give it a comment if you think I'm gonna find more gold than my partner. Alright, let's see how we go. So, as you guys can see, that's the end result. That's all the material. We've got a bucket just off to the side here. I'm hoping you guys might be able to see. You may not, I don't know. So what we're just going to do is just massage all that material, just agitate it nicely, just get it all moving around a little bit. And I'm just going to swirl it around. And let's just see who makes more gold than the other, hey? Like I said, just leave your thoughts in the comments, guys. Who do you think's gonna have the most gold? So comment if you think I'm gonna have more gold than the wife, or leave a like if you think the wifey's gonna have more gold. We'll soon find out shortly. Alright, so the main reveal, guys. Let's see. Did those rocks that my wife find have any gold in it? Let's see. Alright. 2 little micro dots, guys. 2 little micro dots after all that. Just gonna just double check that. Alright, so big reveal. Jeez, guys, I don't even know if you guys are going to be able to see this. Like, when I say micro dots, they are micro dots. So, I'm going to bring the pan up for you. Oh, sorry. No, scratch that. 3 dots. 3 little dots of gold there. So, try and bring that up a little bit closer for you guys. So, as you guys can see, 3 little micro dots of gold. So, how good is that? So, the stuff that the partner found, she did find gold, but just not much, hey? So what I'll do is actually zoom this out and I'll just show you. So, try and see if I can do this on camera. And bring it up closer. Yep. 3 little micro dots. Don't know how good the camera's going to be able to focus on those. A bit hard, but got a bit there and a bit there. Extremely hard to see, but like I said, so the wifey's on the board compared to me. So who knows? Let's see. Let's get to me crushing some rock, and let's see if I yield any gold. So. 3 little specks compared to... Sorry about that. I don't know how many I'm gonna get, but so like I said, don't forget to like and subscribe for part 2 of the rock crushing video. So this is part 1. The video is finished, obviously, because unfortunately my phone died. So yeah, so like I said, the tally at the moment is my partner has gotten 2 little specks of gold. Probably won't even weigh anything on the scales, obviously, so we're not going to chuck them on scales, but got 2 little micro dots for my partner, so she's 2 little bits of gold out of these random bits of quartz and rock that she found when we're up in Ballarat. But like I said, if you want to see part 2, which there will be, if you want to see part 2, make sure that you like and subscribe to this video, guys. And like I said, we'll see you in part 2 of the rock crushing video, which will be all the conglomerate stuff that I found around outside of an adit in Gippsland. So, see you guys in the next one.